Good evening, it's the Civil Savage 76, otherwise known as Rex Knickerbocker. I got some interesting material for you today. And this is going to piss off all the faux right Republican normies who think that Putin's a bad person. Um, as you know, I've introduced who I ultimately am on here, what I'm related to, uh, my positions on different things as to worldly events. But I came across this today. This was from a credible source. It's actually known, accessible information. And it reads like this: Vladimir Putin has banned Jacob Rothschild and his banking cartel family from entering Russian territory under any circumstances. Putin recently reminded his cabinet that he had settled the Rothschilds' debts and grabbed them by the scruff of the neck and threw them out of Russia's back door. At the meeting, the president pounded his fist on the table and vowed to destroy the world's ruling elites. And according to the Kremlin source, Putin is making great strides towards that goal. Okay, so Putin is already, I'm loyal to Putin on that fact alone. He wants to put the Rothschilds out to pasture. Why are we over in the Ukraine right now? So that we can defend the Rothschilds' right to impose their will on the Eastern Bloc states by filing sanctions on Putin, thus making him rely on the Rothschild piece of shit, child sex trafficking scumbag system that everybody seems to just worship. Everybody just seems to love it, especially where I grew up around in New England. Being from this circumstance that I was with my grandparents, I had a lot of people, when I revealed this traumatic information about my life background and my lineage, my heritage, whatever you want to call it, I always had these dumb, low vibrational idiot people saying, "Yo, you mad dumb, bro. Like, you could have been like in with the Illuminati and like you could have made like mad money and shit, but like instead you broke just because like you have like these principles that you're like loyal to, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you mad dumb. Like, give me your life, bro. Like, I would be glad to have your life." Oh, really, jerk off? Okay. You'd like psychological mind control operations, passive manipulation, color manipulation, being gang stalked, being followed around by weird vehicles since you were 8 years old because your great grandfather invented the war draft and was on the United States postage stamp. Postage stamp. It's because England owns the postal system. And that guy was a Rothschild descendant, my great grandfather, Grenville Clark. You can Google him. Google him on your own time. You'll find that he looks oddly familiar to someone. So next time you want to analyze Russia and bastardize them and call them this and that, I'll keep going with this reading because it hasn't stopped. They don't own the world and they don't have carte blanche, whoever the fuck that is, to do what they want. Okay, I guess that's some expression. They don't have the abundance of chutzpah to continue their antics, because Putin will put the Rothschilds out to pasture. I hope he executes every single one of them. If we don't challenge them, there will be no other. If we do not challenge them, there will be other problems. Okay, we will not be intimidated by them. Neither will I. And I'm related to these fucking cocksuckers. It is understood that the Rothschild banking system was a noose around the neck of the Russian economy as a whole. Once the knot was tightened, the economy would falter. At the beginning of his presidency, he made it a priority to unite Russia socially, spiritually, and economically. He ordered the arrest of Rothschild-backed oligarchs Mikhail Khodorkovsky, who made Rothschild, Henry Kissinger, and Arthur Hartman directors of the Open Russia Foundation. See, that's fucking offensive right there. Just because you're the Rothschilds, you think you could just walk into a country and start bossing Putin around? I won't blame you if he blows you right out of the fucking water. And I hope he does. I hope Putin's taking out all the strategic, Illuminati-controlled stuff. Even if it's American-controlled, I hope it gets decimated. So,
power off.
I picked a side. I don't give a fuck. I might be loyal to America, but I'm also loyal to principles that go beyond that. And if we're being used by a corrupt power that really owns us, well, I hope fucking Putin has a field day with us, and I hope everybody learns a very fucking hard lesson, too. Because, quite frankly, a lot of even Republicans, conservatives, they got a lot to fucking learn. And I'm getting pretty fucking fed up with all the misnomers, all the misinformation, all the mainstream media, even Fox is just like a faux right pussy network of a bunch of fucking cowards like Sucker Carlson and Sean Hannity who present you the watered down Republican dumbass mid-brow half-baked perspective. And I'm giving you the real one. Why do you think I get deleted off of Facebook 5 times? I've been fucking followed around more times than I can count on 2 hands and 2 feet. I don't care. I'm not hiding. Death to the Rothschilds. Death to the New World Order. And if you want to keep demonizing Putin, you might need to do your research on the fucking Donbass region in the Ukraine before you open your mouth. Bitch.